My name is Jasper, and I set out to bring back life to a little abandoned town. By now I bought multiple properties in this little village. And this two-story building is our latest purchase. A bargain. I think I might have bought the cheapest two-story building in Portugal. Finally got the key. Yeah, as you know, I'm trying to... as you might know, I try to acquire most of the properties here in the ghost town that come for sale. And it wasn't in my budget at the moment, but I also couldn't let it slip. It looks a bit rough on the outside. The inside looks a little less rough. Let's see. Yeah, there's not really much light in here. We don't have electricity yet. We have some stairs here going up. And basically 5 different separate rooms. Although some are very small. Let me show you the most completed part of this house first. There's this bathroom. What actually looks in pretty good shape. It needs a clean. The rest of the house is a little less finished. So this is the room next to the bathroom. What is it? Maybe 2.5 meters by a little more. Very small room with no windows. As is this one. To illustrate what the building looks like, I made a small floor plan. This is the room we're currently in, 7.5 square meters. And this room is actually 2 meters 50 by 3 meters. I'll show you the rest of the floor plan later. But as you can see here, it had a window before. So that should be fairly easy to put back, right? There's also some leftover building materials. Also in this small room we have some of these cool tiles. Maybe we can still do something with that. So that's 3 of the 5 rooms, can I call them rooms, on the ground level. These 2 we had already, so now we're going there. Yeah, the 2 rooms on this side are a little bit bigger. And they're actually partially rendered off. They flicked cement on here. But it still needs to be smoothly rendered. Here it also seems that there might have been a window here. It would be good if we can get eventually some light back into some of these rooms. And then this one. Yeah, I don't think it's a room. It's more of a closet. Well, still, it's like 2.5 by 2. And this is then the completed floor plan for the ground floor. Top left here is where we just were in. It's not that much smaller than the other room. And the other rooms on the other side, they are both almost the same size. A little bit later I want to show you what we can actually do with these rooms. Yeah, and then the house continues upstairs here with this very intriguing stairs. These are not the safest stairs I've seen around. And this is the main corridor upstairs. Hello. And first room here on the left. What actually has a window. And a very cool view of the sunset here. So yeah, this house doesn't come with a garden. It's also one of the reasons why it's so cheap, of course. So here they, I think, try to create some bigger spaces by creating these very cool arches. They still need to be finished off though. And here's a window to the front side. With a very nice view of the center of the village. Yeah, and these two rooms are sort of joined together. And also a lot more finished. Even has a light switch. No light, of course. Nicely put into the wall. Huh? Not everywhere though. So yeah, then we come back to the main corridor on the first floor, with also a door. And as you saw on the outside, there is also some reed bars sticking out. I think either they wanted to make stairs or a balcony, but I'm not sure. I think this was the main living area. A lot of stuff is still here. But before, when I came here the first time, it was loaded with all kind of personal stuff. This guy's name was Manel, and he was actually the last guy who lived here in the ghost town. After that, Maria came back, but she had been away for a while. Manel died 3 or 4 years ago, and he was very much into fishing, and he had a lot of fishing trophies, for instance, here on the wall. And he collected a lot of stuff. They mostly cleared it out. I said, you can leave this stuff, we'll take care of it as soon as we start renovating this. Upstairs also has a bath room, a toilet, with no ceiling. Here's an old water heater thing. Not sure how that works. Seems to be on gas. I don't know. But at least there's plumbing and stuff going upstairs. And here they created one of those same arches. Manel. And now I see that there's also an upstairs for the attic, right? I haven't been up there yet. Maybe there's some mysteries there. Yeah, and this is the back side of that room with some repairs. So I also have a floor plan for the first floor. This is the side where the door is at, in the hallway. It's basically two big rooms with these sort of arches in the middle. And they're still quite big. The whole area of each floor is almost 40 square meters. So yeah, that's what I bought for 10,000 euro. Tell me in the comments if you think that's a good price for this property. It's in the center of Portugal, and it doesn't have a garden, so that's how you say, a con, pros and cons. But that's also what made it a lot cheaper. Hey. Nice carpet. Also still part of a floor here. Maybe this house has more treasures than I thought. Ah! Yeah, so I didn't even check the electricity, but probably that's disconnected. Just like the water. Yeah, maybe some stuff to discover still on this house. Like the attic. We'll probably do that in one of the future videos. But as you know, I have a lot of projects running already. This is not a project we're going to get involved in really soon. Although a nice working bathroom would be great in this ghost town. For those of you who are paying attention, you know this house doesn't have a garden, so where is the black and grey water going? Well, it's actually installed by the municipal on the other side of the street. But let me tell you what is my idea with this building. So yeah, it needs some work. Also on the outside. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? 10,000 euro? I think so. I couldn't let it, they wanted to put it on with a broker for 20, they said. And eventually I negotiated them down to 10. Like I said, it was not within the budget at the moment. I had to scrape a little, but I couldn't let it pass. So there's no budget for the renovation also at this moment. But I want to make it into a small hotel, a residential, as they call it here in Portugal. So for the ground floor, there won't be that much difference. We're going to put in 2 windows, one here on the back for the back room, and one here in the front for the front room. And we need to do something about this crazy stairs. So probably what we're going to do is sacrifice part of this room to accommodate for a better stair situation, so that we maybe can enlarge these stairs a little bit, make them a little bit safer. Maybe we'll also remove this wall or part of this wall and maybe make a sort of a small counter. For the first floor there's going to be a little bit more changes. The idea is to give both the rooms on the right and on the left their own bathroom. So the idea for now is to sacrifice these walls and basically make the rooms like this. And then for instance have an extra door here. And these doors will be removed. So that in some way we can create space for a bathroom here. For instance like this. And this you could do on both sides for both rooms. Or maybe even leave the bottom open here. This so that you have a lot of light still coming into the room from this window here and on this side. And then there's also the possibility to still do something with the attic. So yeah, small hotel. The Ghost Town Hotel. That will be so cool, guys. I think the 2 bottom rooms we can do something with. If we can get the windows back. Maybe that can be very cool small 1-person rooms, or maybe something with a how do you call this? Stacking beds? No. So very easy layout, but this is somewhat how it can look like. So both these rooms here on the right, they have a 1-person bed and a small desk. And there's even room to put in something small to put in your clothes. And this might be a little bit more of an open space because we need to open it up a bit for bigger stairs. And also the bathroom eventually is going to need some modernization. There's actually also quite some space in there. And the 2 rooms in the top, I think it would really be nice to have some big suites there. And then the top floor could eventually maybe look a little bit like this. So on both sides we have a room. Both have here in the middle, they have a bathroom. And then here in the front you can create some sort of seating area or maybe a desk or something like that. Yeah, you can really see what fits when you start putting in your furniture. But actually a lot still fits in there. If you're interested in what program I use Room Sketcher. Just Google it. You can download it for your computer. A very easy to use program. It's only a very small hotel, like 4 rooms. I think one of the very small rooms on the left side can be like a counter, like where you can get the key. But I think you're going to see the property in the same state for a little while we finish the other project first. Yeah, weird, the door there, right? Don't know what we're going to do with that yet. I like to have I don't think I want a balcony there, because it's in the middle of 2 rooms. Would be nice to have 2 balconies on the top, but that's a little bit much work, I think. There's enough to be done already. So yeah, guys, yet another property in the ghost town. The shed here, there's still one house in between. The shed here was also already mine. It will all come together eventually. It is going to take some time though. Since you almost made it to the end of this video, maybe you're interested in following along on our daily channel, where I upload less polished videos and more of the real life here in the ghost town. Just search for Ghost Town Daily or watch this next video.